T.D. Jakes lives in a $5.5 million mansion in Fort Worth, Texas.
You drive a wonderful car and you have a plane. How do you explain that?
Joel Osteen lives in a $10.5 million mansion in Houston, Texas.
So do you make any apologies for your grand piano?
Probably not.
I really don't, Oprah. We just feel like this is God's blessing.
Creflo Dollar lives in a $3.4 million mansion.
If I want to believe God for a $65 million plane, you cannot stop me.
Wow.
Jesse Duplantis lives in a 35,000 square foot mansion.
Jesse Duplantis, for example, lives in a 35,000 square foot parsonage.
Kenneth Copeland lives in a $7 million mansion.
Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made
These
that
guys are
airplane
getting
so
it.
cheap for me. I
And
couldn't
using
help but
God's
buy.
name to
But
do
don't
it.
worry, these prosperity preachers need their private jets.
This dope-filled world and get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Washington.
To my friends.
He sounds just like him.
I mean, it's a privilege. And an honor. I want to give God all the glory.
Oh my goodness. He sounds just like that guy.
You got to be careful, because when you get to your highest point.
Right.
If I asked your husband why y'all divorced, what would he tell me?
Domestic violence.
Okay. How often did you beat his ass?
No, I'm the victim. And I'm okay with that. I thank God I got out alive.
And how long you been divorced?
For 2 years.
How long were y'all married?
7 months.
So now hold on. I know I got a new calculator, but you got kids that are like in their 20s.
Right.
About 2 different guys, about one.
About one.
Why didn't you marry him?
The last one?
No, the one that impregnated you once or twice.
Oh, he went to jail.
Oh, so you pick ass whoopers and felons, and then you're gonna complain about what other. I need you to stop right here, ma'am. I need you to slow the whole French toast down. I'm not gonna let you get on here and talk about what black men are not when you picking dudes that whoop your ass and that are felons. See, I'm not gonna sit around and let you black women just sit around and talk about hey, black men ain't here and they ain't this, they ain't that, when in your own life, you pick shit.
When I was signed to a label, they always told me certain shit like they can push buttons to fuck you up. Like if you keep doing shit, like, you know, that's what I didn't like about labels. Like they had too much fucking power.
They're the machine.
You know, they're the machine. You almost sell 150 one time. And you almost sell 15 motherfucking K.
Yeah, that's a crazy difference,
Listen. Somebody, I don't know, I'm not blaming nobody. But if his music ain't done this, I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
It ain't go down, that's right.
His videos still popping, somebody done something.
Yes.
Like I say, I don't know what's been done.
I want y'all to hear this.
But somebody has done something to deteriorate those numbers.
Right.
Quick question for my men. So y'all always talking about body count this, she stretched out this, if she has this many guys, she a hoe, she for the streets. Cool. I have a theory for y'all. Since you think that so much, since you have been doing all this crazy stuff with all these women, when you do get with that girl who has 2-3 bodies, or maybe she don't have that many bodies, one body, how do you think sex is going to be with her? You are going out here, having outdoor sex, doing threesomes, doing all this fun stuff. You're so desensitized that once you start doing so much stuff, you can only go up and up and up until you're fully satisfied. Then when you go back to vanilla sex or normal sex, how are you satisfied? And I know this for a fact because I know a lot of men say that, my wife won't experiment with me, my wife doesn't like this, my wife doesn't like that, or I don't get to do this, or my girl's not as sexual. But you don't want a girl who has more experience because, is it an insecurity thing? Or I really don't understand the real reasoning, because when guys say it, it's because they don't want a girl with a lot of miles on them. So if you are having a lot of sex, what does that make you? No attacking, but real question.
Sure you ready for this, Meth?
Born ready, brother. Let's get it.
I can't believe I'm battling you, no lie. I was like, oh my God, Method Man, is he still alive? Just a Wu-Tang disaster. You only rings when the RZA won't answer. Jizza goes the way you're all better than you. Top 5 of all time. You're not top 5 in your crew.
Oh my goodness.
As good as you were 20 years ago. Yippee, yippee, yay, yippee, yah, yippee, no.
That was really good. I'm gonna kill this guy, Josh, if you will.
Uh-oh, let the cow.
First of all, you don't want to get stretched in here. I'd break your neck, but you ain't had a neck in years. So mix a lot. You're going against the best. It's clear. Baby got back, no baby got breast. It's weird. He don't like that. So he trying to talk and provoke me. I heard you trying to lose weight. Try walking karaoke. You don't know me. Leave the rap to the professionals. And James keeps a rap with extra chicken and some vegetables.
Wow. Murdered him. That's the method.
There is no national conspiracy to buy elections and control America. But
you don't need a formal conspiracy when interests converge. These people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the same boards of directors. They're in the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them, and they're getting it. And there used to be 7 oil companies. There are now 3. It will soon be 2. The things that matter in this country have been reduced in choice. There are 2 political parties. There are a handful of insurance companies. There are about 6 or 7 information things. But if you want a bagel, there are 23 flavors because you have the illusion. You have the illusion of choice.
You're trying to raise a dog by treating him like a cat. Let me explain. See, a cat, he could come and go as he please. A cat is inside the house. A cat has a litter box. A cat has a food that is on timer. You crack they darn food off in cans and is really sophisticated. A cat is really taken care of. Yes. But that dog, he's outside tied up on a darn chain. You give him your leftovers, your scraps, what you don't want. Then every once in a while you want to show off in front of company and you want him to be tough. Now see, the thing about that, you can't expect that cat to be a dog in front of company. And that's our problem. I know you still have on designer clothes, but you got to learn some of these things because you're going to need both. I like that privileged being, but I need that hood tendency.
You told me in a previous interview that you told the leader of the Taliban that in no uncertain terms you would obliterate him if he dared not to follow every dotted I, cross T, period.
Abdul, I did. Had a conversation, had a number of conversations.
And didn't you at one point tell him, I know exactly where you are, and give him the exact coordinates where he was?
Damn.
No, I sent him a picture of his house.
Damn.
He said, but
where
why?
he was at the time.
He said, but why do you send me a picture of my house?
Straight
he said,
savage.
You have to figure that one out. But I said, if you do anything from that point on, we didn't lose one soldier. I said, if you do anything, we're going to hit you harder than any country has ever been hit. He said, I understand, Your Excellency. He called me Your Excellency. I don't know if he calls Biden. We didn't lose one soldier in 18 months.
Here's something about a high-value woman. Let me go ahead and give you 3 things she is. She is transparent. She does not play games, and she is on her man's side. Transparency. One of the biggest ways to determine whether a woman is a cheater is if she lacks transparency. If her statuses are always, it's complicated. If when you talk to her and you guys are supposedly dating, whatever, transparency. You never know quite where you stand. See, transparency and playing games all go into one of the cheating woman's #1 tools. Mixed signals and lies of omission.
I'm trying to figure this out. How do kids that don't pay no bills, that ain't grown, have more say in a household than the man of the house baby? I'm trying to figure it out. Why don't kids have no respect for the man of the house?
That part.
Baby, listen. That is not the natural order. Do you hear me? That is not the natural order.
I know.
Some of y'all men about to leave. Baby with no notice. 'Cause you don't know how to run your house.
Yep.
I said what I said. And my name is Charlotte King.
Bing.
So everybody's jiving, but let's jive on that level.
If I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you'll lie to me, because I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat you the way I treat him.
You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell. Because I love you, I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man?
Yes, I think that the black community does actually need strong nuclear families, but not because we're black, but because that's the natural order.
Amen.
And so I think it would be safe to say that Reese may not be a Christian, because when God looked at man, he said it's not good for man to be alone. He gave him a woman. He didn't give him a village. He didn't give him the community. He said, be fruitful and multiply to this man and this woman. So it's supposed to be God, husband, wife, child, and that's the natural order. And that's why I think we can see some of the foolishness that we see in the black community, because we are out of order. And we can make up all of this stuff that sounds good. I'm from a single parent home, and I'm not somewhere cracked out in the street selling my body. However, that is not ideal. It would have been better for me to be in God's order, to have a mother and a father to raise me. And that's just what it is. The effect that it's had, we've had women for generations now saying that they don't need a man, and we have boys that don't want to be one.
In 80 to 90% of the relationships, black women are leaving. You're home wrecking. You're breaking up the relationships. Men stay.
Why do you think women are leaving?
Because you've been sold a Disney fantasy that you should be happy. Instead of understanding that you have duty, honor, respect, and you chose to be in a relationship, especially when you decided to make a baby with somebody, you need to stay for more than just yourself. French toast your happiness.
So I should settle?
No, you should. Are you a Christian?
I'm not.
Well, have you been married?
No, I haven't.
You plan on getting married?
I would like to.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I don't want to settle for nothing less.
What vows do you plan on taking?
I plan on...
For better, for worse, sickness and health, the rich or poor, till death do us part. That he said shit about happiness.
So I'm supposed to be miserable.
No, you're supposed to be an adult.
Oh, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if you do, just have it in the GC, press X, you faggot.
This present generation of white people can say, we never did nothing to no black person. And some of you can boast, and in truth, you have not. But you live deliciously from the sweat and the blood of those who reaped down your fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers' fields. We fought, bled, and died to make America free.
Yeah.
For you, not for us, evidently, because we haven't been free
I need the
yet.
tethers to hear this.
Our bodies are on every foreign battlefield to make the world safe for democracy, but not for us. For you all. Now here we are. 430 years of abuse.
Here's 3 reasons not to get a Tesla Model 3. First, the rear seat's floor height is high, and the seats are only really comfortable for shorter journeys. Secondly, the build quality isn't great. There's loose parts and unexplained marks on the door bin.
Damn.
And finally, charging can be a pain if you don't have a charger at home, or
2
if you
million
just
was on
forget
the
to
roll. I
plug it
knew
in.
something was up.
Anyways,
I gotta tell you, the way white women somehow hijack the woke movement, generals around the world should be analyzing this. The woke movement was supposed to be about people of color, and it was about that for about 8 seconds. And then somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression and stuck themselves at the front of the line. My name is her, with my SUV and my heated seats. You have no idea what it's like to be me. Trash and white guys, the nerve. Where's the camera? The nerve of you white white males through centuries of our crimes against humanity. And occasionally, when you wanted to sneak off and hook up with a black dude, if you got caught, you said it wasn't consensual. Yeah, that's what you did. So why don't you shut up, sit down next to me, and
Well,
take your
damn.
talking to.
There are millions of people that are falling in the gap because they don't fit in to this information age. I don't care who you are. You can promise people a whole lot, but are people that are in trouble right now because they just don't fit in. It's no coincidence that the places that were at the height of the Industrial Revolution in America, Pittsburgh, the Rust Belt, are suffering the worst right now.
And those are the places, of course, where Donald Trump...
And they're frustrated. And I don't care which president it is. They can't promise them anything. And those jobs aren't coming back. I don't care who promises you that. So what is the long-term effect of too much information? The polarization of the electorate? A meter spiritness?
And false information as well, because the
all
whole
of
fake
it.
news
Pick
thing.
one. Pick one. It's not just one. That's
Too
the
much
flavor of the day. Every
information.
day is something else. People have to understand. Are you using your device or is your device using you? Can you put it down? Can you turn it off?
Here's the memory we're getting ready to make because I made my ruling. You have capped out, according to Texas guidelines, your gross is $9,200 a month. Child support is set at $2,300. You're going to do a reimbursement to Medicaid for $276, making your monthly child support payment $2,576.
That's how much you gotta pay.
No, that's how much you gotta pay.
Thank you, Your
The
Honor.
children live with him.
Thank you, Your
I don't see the celebration.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. What happened to the celebration? Because you're the
Right.
one that's paying
Where's
that
the clapping now?
$2,576. The children live with him. He should not pay you anything.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well,
and I said I
damn.
made my ruling, so I really don't have to hear anything further. Did you have any questions about that number?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Did you continue to cheat?
It took me a while, but yeah, I did.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you deserve to be by yourself.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Okay, let me explain why. First off, I say this often. If you cheat and make a mistake and it's never going to happen again, don't tell me. Don't do me the favor of unburdening your fucking conscience. You carry that burden. Don't you unburden yourself at my expense. Carry that motherfucking noose around your neck until
I agree. I concur.
That's your cross to carry. Do not, no.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to know that. Because then I have to do something about it. If you do it and it's never going to happen again, you suffer.
Damn.
Men who refer to women as females. That's gross and weird.
You are a female, though.
We're not speaking.
For all the women who get upset about being called a female, first and foremost, you are a female. I'm a woman calling you a female, okay? I'm not calling you the B word, nothing. I don't need to. But where I come from in LA, people will call you a female. It's not that serious. It's either that or they call you the B word. You choose. What's worse, you know? And then I just want to add this part. There's two types of women in this world. Females. There's women who have never been around men and women who literally, you could tell they've never had brothers. They're like very coddled or they're very girly. And there's women like me who have been around dudes, brothers, and like they're not sensitive with shit like this. They know how men speak. So ladies, like y'all just want to fight and bicker about everything at this point. Like you guys just pick and pick and pick. Don't you get tired? Don't you get tired of just like causing all this chaos and like just making up drama? It's giving high school. Just fucking stop. Females, females, females. It's not that serious.
Clear to me that the enemy had used the Bible to make black people not a servant of Jesus and his Father, but by painting Jesus and the disciples white, they were subtly making us believe that white people are divine. And as black people, well, what is the opposite of white? And what is the opposite of divine? So then, you see, you then naturally would hate your own blackness. You naturally would hate Africa. You naturally would hate anything that reminded you of your culture and your past, because we were made to believe that what was really ours had no value. And it was done through the church.
They did a hell of a job.
Pac stood up, and it's the first thing you've heard him say in like 2 weeks of court. You know, Your Honor, and throughout this entire court case, you haven't looked me or my attorney in the eye once. It's obvious that you're not here in search of justice. So therefore, there's no point in me asking for a lighter sentence. I don't care what you do because you're not respecting us. This is not a court of law as far as I'm concerned. No justice is being served here. And you still can't look me in the eye. And so I say, do what you want to do. Give me whatever time you want because I'm not in your hands. I'm in God's hands. You can cut the tension in the courtroom with a knife. It moved the whole side of the prosecution. I didn't say it like Pac said it. The way Pac said it, everybody's eyes in the courtroom watered up. Nobody could speak for a minute. Brave motherfucker, yo.